Hello everyone. In today's video we will learn and practice English through the story, The Alchemist by Brazilian author Paulo Coelho. Let's get started. Santiago is a young shepherd who lives in southern Spain. He travels with his sheep and sleeps under the stars. One night he dreams again. A child appears in it and tells him of treasure hidden near the Egyptian pyramids. The dream repeats several times, and Santiago feels its meaning. He visits a gypsy woman to ask her about it. She listens to the dream and tells him to go find the treasure in Egypt. She asks for no payment, but wants a small share. If he finds the treasure, Santiago feels unsure and afraid, but something pulls him forward. Soon after, he meets someone, an old man in the market, who says he's a king. The man knows Santiago's dream and calls it a destiny. He explains personal legend clearly. It is what you desire deeply from your heart's core. When you pursue it truly, the universe will help you. The king gives Santiago stones, Urim and Thummim, for guidance. He tells him to decide to follow his dream now or stay where it's safe. Santiago sells his sheep quickly and uses the money to travel by ship to Africa. He feels nervous but excited, hoping to find his fate. In Tangier, things go wrong. A thief steals all his money. Now Santiago is alone, broke, and lost in a country he doesn't know at all. He remembers the king's words. When you want something deeply, the whole universe conspires to help you get it. Inspired, Santiago looks for work immediately. He finds a crystal shop owned by a sad merchant. Santiago offers to clean the dusty glass in return for some food and pay. The merchant lets him try. Santiago's work brings in customers. The shop starts making money, and Santiago stays for months to save for his journey. He suggests new ideas too, like building a display shelf and selling tea in glass. The merchant is hesitant but agrees, and profits soon grow. After a year of saving, Santiago has enough money again. He feels ready to continue his journey to the pyramids. The dream still burns inside. He joins a caravan heading toward Egypt through the desert. During the journey he meets an Englishman who studies alchemy, the science of spiritual transformation. The Englishman carries heavy books and speaks of the alchemist, a wise man in the desert who knows the soul of the world and its secrets. He tells Santiago that everything in the universe is connected. When we truly desire something, we must listen to omens and learn the universal language. Santiago listens and stays quiet, but he watches and learns. He studies the desert signs, the movements of the caravan, and the silence of nature. The caravan moves slowly forward, crossing wide deserts and dangers. They face fear of war between desert tribes ahead. Still, the journey must continue. Santiago starts to sense omens in the wind and hawks. He learns to read signs and trust his growing intuition. Something deep and spiritual awakens. One day while watching hawks, he sees a sudden vision, an army attacking the oasis. He warns the tribal leaders and tells them his vision. First they laugh at his words in strange warning, but one elder listens carefully and gives him one chance. If he's wrong, he dies. Santiago waits in fear, but the vision comes true. The army attacks the oasis, and thanks to the warning, the people are saved completely. He becomes a trusted figure and is rewarded with gold. He also meets a girl. Her name is Fatima, and he instantly falls in love. Fatima lives in the oasis and believes in true love. She tells Santiago to go chase his dream without fear. If it's meant, she'll wait. Though it's hard to leave, Santiago knows he must continue. The treasure still calls him, and now he carries love and wisdom on his path. Soon he meets the alchemist, a powerful, mysterious desert man who knows the soul deeply. He teaches Santiago in silence, letting him feel the truth. The alchemist says real treasure is not gold or silver. It's discovering one's purpose truly and listening to the heart, even when fear is loud. The alchemist tells Santiago clearly, where your heart is, treasure lies. They travel together through danger, facing armed tribes and suspicion, but Santiago stays brave inside. At one point they're caught by soldiers who suspect them. The alchemist gives all gold to buy their freedom instantly, but he also makes a deal. He tells the men confidently, Santiago can turn into wind. They laugh thinking it's madness, but give him 3 days to prove this strange claim. Santiago feels terrified at first. He doesn't know how to turn into wind, but he meditates deeply, prays, and connects with the desert. He talks to the wind, the sun, and the soul of the world all around. He surrenders to the universe, and finally the miracle happens. He becomes one with nature. The wind swirls around him. The soldiers are shocked, amazed, and they release him unharmed. His faith becomes his power. The alchemist leaves him soon. Near the edge of Egypt, he tells Santiago one last lesson. Listen to your heart. It already knows the way. Santiago reaches the pyramids finally. He falls to his knees and cries from joy and awe. He thanks the universe deeply for leading him this far. He begins digging for treasure, but nothing appears at first. Then some robbers appear suddenly. They beat him and laugh, thinking he's crazy and foolish. One robber mocks Santiago hard. He says, I had dreams about treasure under a tree back in Spain, but I'm not stupid like you. Suddenly Santiago understands everything. The treasure was never here. It was back in Spain, beneath the sycamore tree, where his dream first came. Santiago laughs through his pain. He realizes the great truth. The journey was the answer. The treasure was always near, but the path gave meaning. He travels back to Spain, returns to the old church, and digs beneath the tree, where he had first dreamed, and there he finds gold. Jewels, coins, and old riches were buried in that place, but more valuable than gold was everything he had learned about life, love, and destiny. He smiles, remembering Fatima's face. He knows he will return to the desert and her, not just with gold now, but with a full soul. Santiago found his personal legend by following signs and omens, trusting his heart each time, and never giving up hope, even when things got dark. The story teaches one thing. We all have a treasure, a dream deep inside us, but only the brave find the courage to follow it. Sometimes we must go far, just to return home wiser. The treasure lies where we started, but the journey makes us ready to understand its true value. The alchemist reminds us gently, when you want something deeply, all the universe will help you achieve what you seek, if you listen with heart. Thanks for watching. You can also check out more videos on my channel. See you later. Bye-bye.